Hey everyone, Senrai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 7th episode of Imo Uza, also known as My Friend's Little Sister is a Literal Goddess. And yeah, last episode was a great time. I would say Iroha has had a time to shine. Definitely a very memorable scene. But yeah, not quite sure what we're going to get with this episode, so let's just jump on in and find out. 3, 2, 1, play. Mashiro? I can't see sideways. Oh, close, close, close. Very, very close. Are we dreaming? This is definitely a bit of a 180 from, you know, when we first met. Do you not want to? This is all very cute, but something's wrong here. Oh yeah, I think I'm starting to remember how the last episode ended now. Could this possibly mean she likes me? Nah, that's crazy talk. She's stripping. Oh wow, she is definitely stripping. I was joking. God damn, I saw some cleavage. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Yeah, that was what I was referring to. Okay, yeah, this is getting pretty... This is escalating quickly. But... You heard the... Okay, okay. Okay. I did that. That wasn't a request. God damn, I was not ready for this. And then he wakes up. Yeah. You know, there is so much I could say about this right here. Like, I feel like I saw a hentai with, you know, opposite roles and that kind of thing. The, phallic tool awakening, you know? We'll phrase it that way. But man, she definitely just interrupted that dream. Although a popsicle, you know, also reminds me of a scene from To Love Ru involving, I want to say it was Momo? Yeah, they definitely hit me with a lot really quickly. Like, even though it was a dream, man, they still show some pretty intense stuff there. Got me a bit riled up. Like, could you imagine, like, dreaming that and then you wake up to, you know, to that? I don't think I could control myself, so props to our protagonist for, you know, having more self-control than me. Otherwise, it would be a very different show. Just straight up. Okay, let's jump back into it. Don't bite off the tip. Interesting conclusion. The man just doesn't understand what he's got. Not appreciative at all. That thing was in his mouth, wasn't it? Pedo? Okay. I mean, it would be a lie to say anything else. I certainly wouldn't blame him. Man, she demolished that thing. Oh yeah, she'll probably be getting up. To be fair, if I had a dream like that, I wouldn't get up either. It's called daylight savings times. Don't worry about it. The coping begins. It's the, what, the bargaining phase? Is that what it's called? I liked your little background, Tsukomi, there. Yeah, let's get going. Good questions. Like Dewanaku. Yeah, that definitely does seem like a bit of a surprise, doesn't it? Play, he says. But yeah, we have not seen real Mashiro yet this episode, so that should be something. I love how she's so Genki, like, all the time. Yeah, just accept your fate. He would blame himself. Oh, damn. Yeah, why not? It's not like we're holding hands or something. I mean, she already knows you're friends. I live near each other. Mote mote. Yeah, I need a source to back that up. Oh. I mean, the more you do this kind of stuff, the more immunities he's gonna, you know, build up to it. Please do. Sakuba Suryoku. Whoop tattoo, damn! Can we see that? I mean, I don't want to see her with a womb tattoo just in general, is what I'm saying. Not necessarily him punching Iroha. I can't stop thinking about it now. They put that image in my head. Mashiro! You know, you want... Where's my kiss? I don't... I'm not sensing positive vibes here. Okay, yeah, we've regressed a bit. Man, what a night and day difference between that treatment and Iroha's treatment. Clearly it was meant for the wrong, you know, sent to the wrong person. Wow. That was a different tone. Wow. Almost reminds me of Hajime from New Game with, you know, being better at texting. Just for you to see. How do you handle this? Mm. Yeah, the two sides to the woman. Oh, she's pregnant. Maternity leave. Drama fair. In it to win it, in it to win it. Oh yeah. Recruiting? I was like, I love the passion. That's a good question. It was an eventful morning. Okay, what about it? Sounds good. Musical. Okay, now it's a bit odd. That's a lot of text. Might go back to that later. Hello? Can I help you? Is she just shipping them? Stop. Stop it. I just don't get women, man. Literally. That's the best use of the word literally I've seen in a while. Literally. I love this show. Yeah, that's definitely going to be in her head. You know, since she loves our protagonist as well. Yeah, not as bold as what happened in the dream, but of course that wasn't real. We call it Iroha. Mashiro. Yeah, Mashiro. She kind of peeking behind the door is cute. Now it's time to ship these two. Fair is fair, right? Guess she's in front of others. Chigaimasen, even using freaking Keigo. I was it there. What was that? I thought we were acting weird. I was just trying to play along. Was I not being a good JK? That is so freaking cute. Maybe I should ship these two. I mean, we're getting a lot of eyes on us. You know, somewhere more private where we can, you know, make out with each other. Oh, this looks like a confession scene. With the location and everything. Funny how they both kind of have two sides to themselves. Yeah, the problem with being so majime is that if there's a slight deviation, people notice. Yeah, she's clearly our yandere in this story. Mm. 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 Apparently not. Apparently she can't talk to him normally. Mm. 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 Yeah, she knows a lot. Mm. 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 Are we friends? Mm. Mm. No, she's not the calculating type. She's being sincere. Mm. Mm. They are two very different people. Mm. If only she knew the dream you had, man. Could you imagine how embarrassed she would be? Mm. 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 And she's probably right. Mm. 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 She is a strong one. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I don't think anyone could defend. Mm. 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 Aw. This is so cute. I love how we really have a friendship starting to develop here. Mm. Mm. Like, she can't say no to her when she's that cute. Mm. Even though they're rivals in love. Mm. There we go. Mm. 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 Man, what does she do? Mm. Mm. Spicy curry bun. And now I'm hungry, thanks. Mm. 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 Sure, go ahead. Mm. She definitely has a dog-like vibe. It's not really a way to say that. That doesn't sound kind of mean, but I don't mean it that way. Mm. 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 I look so good. Mm. I was about to say, if you feed me, then that would definitely help. Mm. 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 You're literally the cause of my sighing. Mm. Mm. You know how not an not an ultimate confirmed. Mm. Well, sure, definitely has more ultimate points than her, I would say. Mm. 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 The frustration. Mm. That poor straw. Mm. She is not happy. Mm. Mm. That's the voice of a girl who's butthurt. Mm. Yeah, because unlike you, she doesn't backpedal immediately when confessing and trying to make it into a joke. Mm. 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 God damn. She's just going at him. Mm. Mm. Can you do that? Man, everyone saw that too. Mm. 洗って返してください. What a great ending line to storm off to. Man, there was a real emphasis there. Not a baka. A baka. Yeah, she doesn't usually go off on you like that. You can tell a nerve was struck. It's like, why are all these women so freaking crazy? Like, what now? What woman's gonna ruin my life now? Nice artwork, though. Seriously. I thought it was a good girl. I'm sorry? Question mark. Did I do bad? Just been having a rough day. Do I get a head pat? I mean, it depends on what you want. I've been having a day. You know, half a day or a week or so, yeah. Yeah, I think it's heavily hinting at the fact that he probably does, you know, has some actual sickness today. Everything probably, you know, exasperating it. You know, stress and all that. Oh, it's not already over, is it? What the hell? Where'd the episode go? That was not 24 minutes or whatever. It's actually been a while since I watched a show that's like able to be that kind of time vampire, where it just like feels like 8 minutes but it's like it's already over. And yeah, nothing afterwards. She's winking at the audience. That really was a cute scene, though. Yeah, that was the 7th episode of Ore Dake Uzai, whatever the name of the show is. Yeah, really good stuff, you know? They hit us hard, then hit us quickly with that first scene, man. Maeshiro being the first thing he sees as he wakes up, face close to his, offering him some food, stripping, mounting him, just straight up kissing him, like, boldly, aggressively, resolutely, you know, whatever. Like, and then he wakes up to an actual girl, you know, mounting him, sticking something in his mouth. It wasn't her soft form telling you, it was in fact a hard, cold popsicle, but aside from those minor differences, it's basically the same thing, right? But, yeah, all I know, if I woke up to that, man, I wouldn't be able to keep it together. But yeah, I also think there's a bit of a, you know, interesting kiss going on there, because she did put it in her own mouth afterwards, right? But yeah, Uraha has a lot of confidence in herself, or at the very least projects it. It's very enticing stuff. But yeah, went to school together, had the usual kind of teasing shenanigans. from her, right? But Mashiro, right? A little bit awkward with Mashiro because she like talks about loving him and all that through text, but when he actually talks to her, it's like, why are you talking to me? Like, shut up, dude. Like, you even see like like the hearts and stuff in her messages. He's like, why the heck are you ignoring me? Date hazuka shimon / ski sugite kao mitara shinjau. Basically just complain about how she's embarrassed, so she can't really like look at him and talk to him like a normal person because of the embarrassment, right? So that was I feel bad for him a little bit. I say a little bit because the grand scheme of things, I envy him, but like definitely a little bit rough happens to try to deal with that, try to get some real communication going with this girl. But he also had a teacher, some awkward things with the teacher. Like I said, a lot of text in the background, but like I'm not gonna go through all that in that one scene. It's just too much, really. But the other thing is that we got some actual interactions between Mashiro and Iroha, right? She goes to the hallway to talk to her. She has that very constructed smile, with her a little bit of blushing, the eyes closed, looks very cute, Not at all. This is how I always am at school, And then the winking to try to like, get her to get a clue. It's funny because like, because you can read between the lines, right? This is how I always am at school. Like, you could easily interpret that as like, while I'm at school, this is how I am. I mean, that's literally what she says. What I mean is, the implication that it's an act that she puts on only at school. Like, you can pick up on that with reading between the lines. Like it's not that hard. The winking was really cute though, but not as cute as Mashiro's reaction to the winking. Right? She gets a double piece, right? And she has a big smile and blushing and eyes closed as she makes a cutesy sound. Which, yeah, she that's not what she wanted. But Mashiro realizing the mistake and her embarrassment over it was great, though. I felt a little bit bad for her, but it was just too cute. Yeah, I thought that was a signal you were sending. So good. One of my favorite lines in the interaction was when she says, she's not even doing this on purpose, is she? Of course, in Japanese, the word they use was keisan, like calculation. What you're trying to say here is that what Mashiro's doing is not calculated stuff to try to manipulate, to try to achieve a goal, right? And that's, I like this because it really highlights the difference between the two of them. Iroha is very calculated, right? She likes, our protagonist quite a bit, and she teases him a lot, but she also tries to always have that, plausible deniability, that ability to like, haha, just kidding, I was just messing with you, don't take it seriously, to kind of allow herself to say some things that she really believes to him, right? Kind of like dancing on that line, all very calculated maneuvering. On the flip side, we have Mashiro, who's just like, speaks from the heart, right? She likes him, she tells him as much in the only way that she can, and she struggles to really do much like in person with him because of the embarrassment currently, right? And she's fully confiding in Iroha here, like wanting to be her friend and all that, talking to her, wanting to get her help and all that. There's no ulterior motive, no, cattiness here, no, mask on, no manipulation. She's just having a genuine conversation with her. And because of that, Iroha, who is her love rival and all that, who knows a lot about what's going on, like, she's kind of at a loss of what to do because she is a good person deep down, Iroha, right? And she recognizes all this in Mashiro, so it puts her in a bit of an awkward position. But I like how that one line that I mentioned kind of really just showcases all of what I just said, really. I'm supposed to be a rival in love, but she doesn't hate me at all. But yeah, it's just great to see this kind of friendship forming here. You love to see it. Yeah, the other thing of note, probably the last thing of note really mentioned the episode is Aki talking to Iroha about Mashiro, trying to get some help, and he mentioned something about being like his first time dealing with this. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, Iroha really just did not handle that well. Like, I could be wrong, but is this the first time we've really seen Iroha just completely blow up at him like this? Specifically talking about like current timeline stuff, not like flashback stuff. But like, she really did not take too kindly to that. But Like, there's probably a lot you could deep dive into the reasoning why, but like, obviously, you know how most of her advances towards him, she backpedals and tries to frame it as a joke and teasing and all that, right? So I think, you know, I think him saying that kind of forces her to confront the fact that what she's doing isn't really the same thing as what Mashiro's doing with just saying "I love you," right? Like, it probably feels like that to her because she's, you know, kind of forcing herself to be around him all the time and, you know, saying things that she feels a lot to him, but not really respecting the fact that because she, you know, tries to frame it as a joke and all that, it invalidates a lot of it, right? So I feel like, yeah, if I had to like do an attempt at breaking that down, I think that's part of it. Like, the inherent regret in that behavior, you know, she regrets it, right? And like seeing Machida as a rival in love being more straightforward and not trying to play these games or anything, like, it probably does force her to confront the fact that maybe she's not doing it right, you know, like maybe she should handle things more like Machida, just say that she likes him and not try to downplay it or dance around it or just get in her way out of it, right? And that's my interpretation, right? I don't understand women, so take that with a big grain of salt. But her angry exit, "Senpai no baka," was just the best way to finish that off. So, yeah, good stuff, you know? Also, just a shot of Sensei on her knees holding the tablet with a big dopey smile on her face was really cute as well. Especially when it shifted over to the squiggly mouth, unhappy face. So, good stuff all around. But overall, Aki is kind of having a rough time, so, you know, hopefully he's fine later on, you know, gets over it. But anyway, that's all I really had to say. So, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.